Good evening, you beautiful Sports Life Talk subscribers. And thank you for joining us for episode 32. Beam me up, Scottie.
All the way up.
We have, with the pigtails this evening, Miss Buckeye Britt.
Hello.
I am your sweetie Steinman, and our host for this evening is MIZZEL Paso.
Buenos dias, buenas noches, especially to this gentleman right there. Hey. Okay. I'm done.
Why?
So, how's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. Very good.
Okay. So, just FYI, Elena and I may be freezing throughout this episode. Not because it's cold outside. Obviously, it's really warm. It's because our internet connections really suck today. And it could be the overcast and the wind, but we are going to power through this. So please bear with us during
I think it's the wind for me. I can hear it outside right now, just roaring through. So
absolutely. All right. So what are we drinking today?
I have my Mountain Zevia.
Oh, what flavor is that?
It's like Mountain Dew.
Oh.
It's called Mountain Zevia.
If Zevia is watching, Buckeye Britt has tried to become your ambassador multiple times in the past 2 years, and you have continuously ignored her. So, Zevia, I'm going to need you to pay attention. She drinks at least one Zevia a day.
Well, I drink an energy drink every morning, and then I normally have.
And you know what? Those, I don't like energy drinks, but the Zevia energy drinks, what is it? The mango, or not mango?
Oh, yeah,
ginger one.
Mango.
Yeah, that's really good. The ginger mango. I'm here for that too.
And the cola is not bad if you're like craving a Coke. The cola one isn't bad.
Yeah, all those
has caffeine in it.
Fake Dr. Pepper, all of those are actually good. In fact, I need to order some Zevia. Thank you for sharing that. Pay attention, Zevia. Well, Ms. El Paso, I was fasting today, so I am drinking tea. And A is not just for awesome, but it's for Elena too.
I like it. What kind of tea is it?
This one is lemon something. But I had a mint tea earlier today.
Ooh, I like mint.
And no lie, I'm freaking starving.
I bet you are. So you've only been drinking tea?
No. I've been doing, it's called the Prolon fast. Man, I hate that we're plugging all of this stuff, actually. Prolon makes enough money that they don't need to be plugged. But you basically eat only so many calories that it mimics fasting.
Oh.
So you do eat, like I've had a soup, I've had some olives, I've had a kale and almond cracker today, or a few crackers, but it's minimum.
Yeah, okay. I would need something to eat after that. I wouldn't be able to do that, no.
Oh, I'm hungry, and all I have left this evening is a soup and then this like little tiny dessert bar. So
I've just had almonds.
Okay. And I feel really bad. Like I had 6 Girl Scout cookies and a Caesar salad for lunch.
Which Girl Scout cookies?
The shortbread. Those are
that's actually not that much. You've hardly eaten anything.
But I am drinking something. Oh, it's coming out green a little bit. I am drinking Dos Equis Michelada. And only because Southern Star Brewery has not done a Michelada drink yet, and I'm waiting for it. Don't know what's holding them back. Just go ahead and do it. We've had all different types of flavor. Make a Michelada drink, please.
Well, speaking of Southern Star Brewery, Ms. El Paso, we have been invited out Saturday morning because they are releasing a new beer. And it is Alex from The Buzz in Houston, which is a super famous radio station here in Houston. It's a rock radio station. They created a beer just for him. I don't know if like he went in and did the tastings or if he decided what hops. Like I have no clue what his actual involvement was, but we will find out Saturday morning.
I am here for that breakfast beer what is it? Breakfast Champions of Beer or something like that?
Sunday brunch.
Oh, I had a whole vision of what it should be called. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I like it though. And the lead singer of the Monica Zafosa has asked me to bring him back a bunch of Mama Gosa Rosa. So that's going to be making its way back to Houston from Conroe.
Unless I drink it all, then he may not get anything. No, I'm gonna make sure I take my big jug and get that filled up. There we go. Filled up. I am
all the way.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna say the wind is also taking my words away, so bear with us on that too. All right, let's give a really quick shout out to the people who are online right now. Robert, KD, we love you. Robert, we love you. K2.
Robert, salute. Go Raider Nation.
What's up, Elena Steinman and Brittany Owen?
We got our head coach, KT, on the comments.
And I really got to say this. We only got, 3 more weeks or really 2 more weeks until the draft. And for everyone who's out there, we found out the draft is free to watch, not in the theater. So if you want seats in the theater, it's going to cost you at least a G or more. But if you want to be outside with beautiful women such as ourselves, and you want to get our autographs or take pictures, we're willing to give that to you for a certain amount of money or beer. But we will be there at the experience. Make sure you download the NFL One Pass in order to get in. That's free to do. So make sure you download that or go to their website and register so you can get in as well.
Pick for a drink. I like that.
Oh, yes. I want that t-shirt. All right. Okay. Let's move on to fact check against the glass. This time we are talking about hockey. Why? Because Elena said last week, this whole fact check against the glass is about hockey, and we never did a fact check about hockey. Hold on. Is the hockey season in right now? Or did it?
No. So we are heating up for who's going to make the playoffs right now. So we're nearing playoffs, hockey playoffs.
Okay, cool.
And
so
it's starting to heat up. There are, I don't know, 6 to 8 matches this evening, actually.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, I'm going to start with my fact check because it's hella boring, but it's very near to my heart as I live here. Houston used to have a hockey team. Everybody knows it was the Houston Aeros that were pretty much taken away in 2013. I never went to a game, which is unfortunate. But hockey actually started in Houston in 1946 as the Houston Skippers. And it was named that because of the skippers of the boat on the Houston Ship Channel. And then they moved, they were playing at Sam Houston Coliseum. Then they became the Houston Huskies, probably because they ate a lot of tacos. Birra tacos in Houston can make you a little husky. So they were the Houston Huskies.
Then they became, why you were going to bring that in.
Yeah. Then they became the Houston Apollos. Too obvious.
We get that one. I want to know where the Huskies come from, though, still.
Yeah, that had to be a fact check for another time. Unless somebody here knows or can Google that. I don't know how they became the Houston Huskies. And then they became the Houston Apollos and the Houston Aeros. So they had a really long career here in Houston. It's unfortunate that nobody supported them.
Yeah.
Including myself, and they're gone.
It is. And now we just have the Dallas Stars. That's the only thing close.
That's too far.
Love you from the Dallas team, but just don't like your city.
We love Katie, damn it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, Brittany, what's yours?
So mine is the very first outdoor hockey pucks were made of frozen cow shit.
They were made frozen from what?
Cow shit.
Cow dung?
Oh.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
yeah.
Ain't that some shit?
Literally. And today they still freeze the hockey pucks before games, even though they're not made of cow shit, but to keep it from bouncing.
Oh, I really was like, why would you freeze it? It's already on the ice. That makes sense. Okay. But that cow shit, imagine getting hit with that. like afterwards, after the game.
It's frozen, so
I'm
I
sure
don't think
that
it's gonna and it's being played outside, so on ice. I would imagine the temperature is gonna stay pretty cold, that it doesn't fall. It's splattered all over.
oh, gross. I'm sure that cow patties though were used for quite a few things back in the
Oh
day
yeah,
that people don't realize.
like roofs.
No.
Yeah, I'm not here for that. I would be at the game like, oh, don't throw it to me. I don't want it. Don't throw the puck as a souvenir. Ugh.
Could have been used as a mud mask too, Ms. El Paso.
Well, you know what my mud mask usually is, and I'm not going to disclose what that is. But yeah, and it's Helen. It's the Helen mask. It's the mint julep.
Oh,
Okay,
boy.
Elena.
All right. So I guarantee that not many people know this fact, but fans are actually allowed to step in as goalie in the NHL still today. And that did happen to the Chicago Blackhawks in 2018 when both of their goalies were down and they had to call up Scott Foster, who was a former college goalie. And even more exciting to this, the fans were, Blackhawk fans, all hockey fans are very serious, right? Like they don't like any disturbance in their possible Stanley Cup title. But he registered the W. So shout out to Scott Foster for getting the W coming off the street, not the bench, like coming off the street and acting as goalie for one night for the Chicago Blackhawks.
So so pretty much I could be sitting in the stands and they're like, Misty Staunton, get on the ice. And I'm like, hey.
That's right. It's like the 12th man.
That's crazy. That is really crazy. And I'm happy that we no longer have cow shit as a puck because I would say no thank you. But now it's just a frozen puck. So
but now you're thinking about suiting up from the stands.
Well,
if you do, Ms. El Paso, it's also not required to wear a mouth guard in hockey. So, of course, with the highest sport of missing teeth that we have, it's not required to wear a mouth guard. And although 90% of the players do, those 10% that don't, I'm guessing are missing quite a few teeth. But we'll make sure and get you a mouth guard since it's not required.
So maybe that's where shitty mouth came from.
The last goalie to not wear a face mask or helmet or anything. His name was Andy Brown, and he retired in 1970 something. Not to wear any protection on your head at all.
Concussions.
Kidding.
That is crazy. What's up, Pyro?
Hey, Pyro.
What's
Salute.
up?
Thank you for joining us. I love it. Yeah. So those are our fact checks against the glass. Hockey edition. Finally, our hockey edition.
Now let's move over to what's really important. That's me coming out of this grass with these fans because I obviously don't watch golf. But the Masters came in super hot this week, and guess who was watching it? Only because I was with Elena for a couple of days, so I had to watch it myself. So I'm coming out the grass. But let us get the recap. Brittany and Simon, you are taking this over because I have no idea other than pars, birdies, and bogeys. That's all I know.
At least you know that. We had to describe last week what a par and a birdie was. So, Scottie Scheffler, winner of the Masters, 2022 Masters champion. He is from University of Texas, a Texas Longhorn, played golf there. And Ms. El Paso, this is only the 4th or 5th time that somebody who is ranked as number 1 in the world has won the Masters. Scottie Scheffler is currently ranked number 1, and he won the Masters. Rory McIlroy came in and blazing on the last day. Didn't see him coming and ended up taking second place, runner-up. It was exciting. Ms. El Paso, I kept hitting her and being like, did you see that shot? Oh my gosh, did you see this? Shit, Tiger's +6 now. And she was looking at me like, oh yeah, cool, that's great. But I think she froze actually. But Brittany, you did have Tiger as winning.
Of course I wanted him to win.
And that did not happen.
I wanted him to at least make the cut, but
which he did. He made the cut. So, you know, and I don't know if you saw that Bryce DeChambeau stayed after he was already cut. And somebody asked him, what are you sticking around for? And he said, well, you don't think that I want to sit here and watch the best player ever to play the game finish his round? He was there to watch Tiger, which I loved that. I would think that every player would stay to watch Tiger. But what's up, Hammer's house? What else? Do you have anything else to say about the Masters? I thought it was here we go again, Brittany. This is where you and I have to start.
Am I still really white?
Which is
weird because I'm really tan right now.
But this is where we have to lean down and whisper to one another like we're telling secrets. Because Ms. El Paso just dropped and then did not. Oh, wait. Oh boy. Oh, she's back.
Yes, she's back.
That's all right. But anyway, so speaking of the Masters, there was a picture online of all of these private jets. And it was like 100 at least, right? That were parked in Augusta, Georgia, from all of these individuals flying private to go to the Masters. And so we did a little deal online where we asked our followers on Dresses and Salted Pretzels, how much would you pay to fly private? And I think Ms. El Paso made a good comment, which was, it depends how far. And I get that. I'm not going to pay to fly private to Dallas from Houston, right? So let's call it 4 hours or more, okay? What is the most that you would shell out? Oh, there you go. Soldier said it was 150. What is the most that you would shell out to fly private?
If we're only going 4 hours away?
4 or more. Let's just call it 4 or more.
Oh. I'm sticking with $600. That's my budget, and that's all I got.
You could say from Houston to Augusta, Brittany, since we're talking about flying private to the Masters. From Houston to Augusta, what's the max you would pay to fly private?
Probably $1,000.
$1,000? I think I had a round trip, of course. $1,000 is what I was going with as well. Kim, KD said 500 is the most she would pay.
Me and her can be on a plane together.
What about you guys in the comments? How much would you pay to fly from either New York to the Masters in Augusta, Georgia, or from Houston or from Dallas to Augusta, Georgia for the Masters?
Nothing in the chat yet, but I can tell you right now that there was a point where you could actually get a seat on a private jet for about $600 to $700, but you would be flying with strangers.
Yeah, no, I think there's still opportunities for that. Hammer said 400 round trip from New York to Augusta, Georgia. That's going to cost you $400 anyway, Hammer.
Yeah.
You're flying United. Get that I'm cheap, $300. Katie, damn it. Okay, but let's think about, I got to talk to you guys in the comments here. If you're flying American, or if you're flying Southwest, or if you're flying United, you're already paying $300. This is private.
I'm still only paying $600.
Does anyone that said 300 want to up theirs? Come on.
I'm like, I mean,
airlines here.
Okay, what do I get on a private jet?
Well, you don't have to sit by anyone. You get your own seat.
Food, booze.
Yeah, free food, free booze, and limited capacity. So only so many people can fit in that cabin.
A bed.
I think that's what I'm scared about, is that it's a small plane, and you already know how I feel about small planes. And so it's kind of like, I would prefer a big ass plane, because I never heard that many big ass planes fall from the sky. I heard a lot of private jets, planes.
Yeah, but those are usually like prop planes that are
right,
not being flown by professional pilots.
Okay.
I checked
Some
flights.
are, yeah, for sure.
I'm headed to the High Water Fest with a friend from high school in Charleston, South Carolina in the upcoming weekends. And I checked flights on United just the other day because I've been procrastinating. They were $650.
Yeah, I was going to go to Charleston not too long ago to see Hannah, and it was like $700.
Yeah. I said, oh, nope, I'll be using miles. So I'm still going, guys, but I'm using miles. I'm not going to pay.
That's hilarious. All right, really quickly, there was something I really wanted to talk about, and that was KD. KD knows what's up, and I am with you on that. Actually,
Yeah, you'll be paying for that too, KD.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, really quickly, I wanted to talk about the Lakers and the firing of Vogel. Russell Westbrook just came out and said, you know what? I never really liked the guy anyways, so adios. And you know what? He gave a story about how he gave the coach a bottle of champagne when him and his wife had an anniversary, and he sent it to the hotel, and he got no love afterwards about it. Dude, like, he was like, I didn't expect him to give me anything, but yeah, he's not a cool guy. What are you talking about, Westbrook?
Did he say thank you?
Huh?
Did he say thank you for the champagne?
I mean, I'm sure he did, or he may have not. I mean, but it's a bottle of champagne. I don't know. You know, he's not thinking about, oh, this is from Westbrook. Oh my gosh, let me go ahead and like be so happy about it. Like, no. But I'm going to say this. I really think that the Lakers just jumped way too quickly on firing him. The way that they did it was hella wrong because they were already addressing it outwardly and didn't even tell him about it. But this is why I don't like the Lakers. This is exactly why I don't like the Lakers. I'm so done with coaches that only are supposed to be there to please the players, and if they don't do it, then you're out. Like, how does that work? I don't know.
Well, the Lakers have not, since Phil Jackson, the coaches have only lasted a max of 3 years. So since my favorite coach of all time, Uncle Phil, they have been rotating in and out the coaches every 2 to 3 years. And he did get them a championship in the bubble season of 2020, right?
Yeah.
But this last season, they were atrocious. After the All-Star game, they were down there with the likes of the Houston Rockets for most games won. That's how bad the Lakers were after the celebrity game. I mean, that's terrible.
Well, I mean, again, it's fine. Be down there with the Houston Rockets. We already know what's wrong with the Rockets, but the Lakers are supposed to be held up at a high regard, and they're not. But, it is what it is. I'm going to move on really quickly because we're kind of pressed for time right now. But going to celebrity gossip. So kind of going into the whole Lakers and, just the whole Lakers history, I want to talk about Spencer Haywood and the Showtime Lakers show that's on TV right now. There was an episode where they talk about him they talk about Spencer pretty much giving himself a circumcision when he was younger. And TMZ has a video of him saying, like, yeah, that pretty much is 100% true. So this guy, the story goes is that he was when he was younger, obviously his mom was religious, and he lived in Silver City, Mississippi, and there was like 30 people who lived there, I guess. And there was really no doctors. And his mom was like, for spiritual reasons, we need to make sure you get a circumcision. So with the razor and a rock and his brother's help, he did his own circumcision. It wasn't until later on that he got it cleaned up, which I don't know what that looks like or means, but he got it cleaned up and now he's all good. And let me just add this fact about it. He married Iman in 1977 and they were together for about a whole 10 years. So the pipes were still working. Everything was fine if you can get Iman. So yeah.
Leftover hoodie was tickling her.
The next thing I have, and this is going to be really quick. Brittany Spears says she's pregnant. We don't know if she's pregnant with food babies or if she's really pregnant.
They can come out. She's really pregnant.
She is really pregnant?
Mm-hmm.
congratulations to her. For all the Britney Spears fans, I know you guys are rejoicing out there.
Soldier says he calls bullshit.
What?
Well, I'm not a huge Britney fan, so I was just like, okay, cool. And I kept moving on. But yeah, so the Britney fans out there, I'm sure that they're really happy about it. J-Lo and Ben, this is more my speed a little bit. J-Lo and Ben were going after a I think not 500, it was like a $52 million mansion. They were in escrow and they jumped out of escrow and said, never mind, we're moving on. We're going on to some other mansions. Now they're looking at a $72 million house. I don't know why. There's no need. You're old. You can't go up that many steps anymore. Just get a bungalow and call it a day is what I'm thinking.
Well, so yeah, I don't think Ben probably can though.
Yeah. I mean, just that big of a house for what? For what? $72 million? Spend it on something else. It's not that needed. But if I did have that money, I would say like
spend it on flying us private to the Masters.
I'm here with that. And then the last thing are a little bit, it's very serious. RIP to Dwayne Haskins, the quarterback for the Steelers, who passed away this weekend. This is a little bit of a connection with me, not necessarily because I know his wife, but his wife was a basketball player at Michigan State. And they had just got married super young. It's a huge tragedy. We still don't know what happened. Little details are coming out, but
ran across the freeway.
Yeah, but we still don't know why he was on the freeway. Like no one is saying what was his reason for being on the freeway and crossing. So that was very tragic news. And then today we found out that Gilbert Gottfried also passed away. Mm-hmm. Huge actor, hilarious. He had heart issues, and so that was the reason for him. So RIP. And condolences to his family and friends. And I'm sorry I had to leave the celebrity gossip a little down, but I'm hoping that this player anthems bring us back up and gets us to.
Well, it's okay. I'll bring it back up with just stating the fact that out of 4 games, the Cubs are 3-1 and are leading the Central Division. Because, it matters right now with only having played 4 games, but go Cubs, go. But I'm also pissed because Suzuki just hit 2 home runs against the Pirates, and I have him on my baseball fantasy team, and I forgot to start my team on Monday morning. And so I got 0 points for the 2 homers that he just hit because I didn't start my team until right before the show.
Sounds like a Brittany move.
I was so mad. I think I'm in last place right now, and I should be probably in the top 3. But, oh, yeah, Katie, damn it. Problem Child was a great movie.
That was a good movie.
Very good movie. Yeah, so anyway, shout out to the Chicago Cubs. I love you. And Suzuki, our newest member. I'm super jazzed about him. I can't wait. He's quite funny too. And then, yeah, so for the player anthem, to get ready to close this out, I'm actually going to take a back seat tonight, and I am going to hand it over to Buckeye Britt because we have a very special announcement. And this song is also dedicated to Scottie Scheffler and his win for the Masters. So, Britt, take it away.
A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time No, so my brother wrote this song, and it's putt, putt, putt in the hole. That's where all the best deals are sold. Something. I can't even remember it now. I needed a little bit more time to remember that. But
sorry, the Broham.
The Broham is going on a worldwide tour with his band out of Puerto Rico. Say Vende for sale. They're a punk rock band. Their first show's in New York. They're playing in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Spain. So it's awesome. You guys will have to. I'll put their link to their Instagram.
Yes, please do.
I'm here, and so follow them.
Can we get Hammer on the list to go see your brother's punk band in New York?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get.
I'm gonna go.
On the list. Oh, you're gonna go to the show?
Mm-hmm.
When is it?
10th. Tuesday. I'm just gonna fly up, go to the show. fly home.
Well, we might have to go live then for the podcast so if it's a Tuesday.
Ooh.
Can you imagine us going live from a punk rock show? That wouldn't work out very well.
Well, I'm sure they'd still be setting up.
Yeah. Real quick before we sign off here, I know that we're over time, but Ms. El Paso and I attended the Bakari Foundation Gala and charity event this last Saturday. It was extremely emotional, very, very inspiring. They had all of the 3 of the families that they are getting ready to do a healing trip with, talk about their lost loved ones. So for those of you that do not know about the Bakari Foundation, it is a foundation that helps family go through transformative experiences and helps with the healing process for those loved ones that they have lost at the hands of violence. So Bakari Henderson was murdered in 2017 in Greece by a mob of men. And we heard from his mother, his father, and his brother. Shout out to Jory, his sister. She needs to be in public relations. She shook every single person's hand that walked through that door. She shines as bright as a star. And I cannot wait for her to join the board because she is extremely deserving and it was just absolutely wonderful. But Ms. El Paso, what were your takeaways from the event?
So, and you know me, I'm always super, super, super honest. Like, I went on the website for Bakari Foundation. I understood everything that they were doing, but it didn't really hit me until I attended the gala, the true essence of like how much healing a lot of these families needed. The one thing that they kept saying over and over that resonated with me was that they didn't even want to show up to talk about it because they were still hurt with everything that was happening. And this is things that happened 2-3 years ago to some of their, sons, their brothers. And it was just like, wow. And but they showed up anyways to talk about the story, what happened and how they're looking forward to the trip to Costa Rica so that they can all heal together as a family.
Right.
So the whole together as a family, again, I didn't understand it. It's one thing like to read about it. It's another thing when you see it and you totally get the concept. So I would tell anyone out there, like, if you were looking at that website just off of what you're seeing, it's way more and it's way deeper. And it's a great foundation. And I'm really excited that we get to highlight them this year.
Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Henderson family for inviting Sports Life Talk to be a part of your journey and to help support the cause. We are very grateful to be a part of this. And then what do we have going on this weekend? I've got Saba at the House of Blues on Friday. We've got Southern Star Brewery Saturday morning.
I have really nothing. I'm getting ready for Easter and getting ready to eat everything that I ever wanted in life. Macaroni and cheese, fettuccine Alfredo, fried chicken, bread, all the alcohol, everything. Just a smorgasbord.
All that good stuff. All
Brittany,
right.
Stuff. Family stuff.
Very
Good.
cool. Take us out, Elena.
All right. Well, make sure you subscribe to Sports Life Talk on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment, join us live. Thank you so much for Katie Dammit and all of Raider Nation for joining us this evening.
Always.
Don't forget to go like and follow Dresses and Salted Pretzels on Instagram and Ms. El Paso on Instagram. Also, Sports Life Talk on Instagram. And Sports Life Talk OGs are tomorrow night, 8 p.m. for an hour every single Wednesday. And we will be tuning in as we always do.
And make sure you check out Hammer House. I think he said he has 4 more hours of 12 hours of streaming. So check out the Raider Nation. And
I thought he was at work. I didn't realize he's on right now.
Oh, maybe he is at work. I don't know. Maybe he is at work.
He popped on earlier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, regardless, follow Hammer's House on YouTube as well and subscribe to his show. And if you guys on here also have a show, make sure you drop that link in the comments if you can. Subscribe.
All right. Well, y'all have a great weekend. Adios.
Bye.
Buenas noches.